We're here to do a little leashy on the L-acoustics. Getting tired of getting stuck with all these pricks and having to do a little extra work flipping subs over. So one of our guys, Mark Lewis, came up with a solution, and we want to talk you through it. And more or less, this is the point. When we flip these subs over, we're always having to pull a leash that sometimes gets stuck, and you gotta jam it. And then once you get the plate off, you can't get the plate off because there's a leash on the bottom. So you have to flip the whole thing over, like that, and pull the leash out of the bottom. And sometimes it gets stuck, sometimes you prick your pins or your fingers. So we're trying to eliminate this process. So I came up with a little solution here. We got a little springy lever action we made out of the hardware using stuff you can find at a hardware store. And this is as simple as a plate can get. Just like that. So we're going to walk you through all those steps so you can do it yourself. And we'll let Mark take it from here.
All right. So here's our wheel plate. Sitting right here. We're about to disassemble the parts off of it. What you're going to need is a 5/16 inch drill bit. I've got a depth stop. I just put some E-tape on there of 3 inches deep so we don't drill too far. Then we have our second bit, which is 3/8, which is 1.5 inches with a stop on it so you can't drill too far. And the springs, we found the proper springs from Fastenal. We have a part number we'll give to you later. We stored a bunch of these springs, got those in. And the bolt that you're going to use is from Home Depot. It's $2.78. And the part number, once again, we'll give to you later after the end of this video. So, to disassemble, let me flip this around. All right, let's do this one right here. We want to take the bolt off, get it out of your way. You can fast forward through this part. Get that out of the way so we can get caught in the drill. Okay, here's the important part. You must drill the hole with the bolt slide in here, so it keeps it nice and straight. So we've got the 5/16 drill bit, 3-inch stop on here, nice and straight. Okay, now we're going to release the plate. We're going to reuse these bolts and washers. Okay. Next we're going to swap to our 3/8 drill bit, which has a depth of 1.5 inches. Put a little tape on here to stop it. Very important not to drill too deep or your spring will be too deep inside the plywood, the wheel plate, and your action won't be right. So it's got to be nice and straight. And that part is complete. Everything else we're going to do on the grinding wheel over here. All right, so we've got our plate off of the wheel plate over here. We brought it over to our jig, simple 2x4 I've made. I took a hammer and a flathead screwdriver, just chisels it out a little bit. So this ring right here fits down inside the 2x4 flush. And then I took a Sharpie and went around it because you have a round side of this plate, you have a square side of this plate. And screwed it in. So this time I'm putting the plate, every time I come over here, the plate goes in exactly the same spot every time. And if you're doing 42 plates like we're doing, consistency helps. Our second little setup is this little L bracket we got, just a piece of steel with a bend in it, and we measured from the top and drilled a 5/16 hole. And this mounts to the top of our bracket. The square side of our bracket sits in that slot. And I can take a Sharpie and mark this hole. So, once again, you can see that right there. It's 5/8 from the top of this plate to the top of that hole right there. Get it up here, get ourselves lined up. A little eye protection. Once again, you just want to cut to the first wall of it. You don't want to go all the way through. We're going to go to the grinder next. All right, we've come to the grinding wheel. We've drilled our 5/16 hole in here. Not to only go through the top plate. We don't go through the whole circle. We just go through the top half. The same jigs in the same spot. I've made 2 more L brackets here to make me a stop point. Put my block in, so just press in and lift up. Same thing, so I'm grinding exactly the same spot every time. It's a big help when you've got 42 plates to do. Very important, you're going to need a pail of water because this is extremely hot. Okay, you see our plate we've cut our groove into. That's our initial hole, but I didn't drill through the bottom half here. So you're just grinding up that slot right there. We're going to go back to this grinder, clean these sides up a little bit. And then we'll run it back through this drill press up and down to get all the burrs out of it. Here's our last step. We've already ground it out. We're gonna go back to drill press and get rid of all the burrs. Key is to get this on the drill bit. It's hard to steal on a sharp bit. In your hands, you'll have a chance. So get it on the drill bit, get it free, then you want to bring it on. Same thing, I like to flip it over, cover the backside. You're going to take your bolts, do a test fit. As long as you got that nice move right there, you're good to go. We're back at our wheel plate. We have our metal piece cut out, ready to go. We have a little bit of white lithium grease. We're going to spray inside the hole just to protect the wood from any moisture, keep it from swelling or whatever. Insert 1 Fastenal compression spring. It should just be sticking out about 1/4 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch, just coming out of the hole if you drilled it properly. We take our bolt, slide it in, pop it in behind that spring, and you'll feel it lock in. If it's right, it'll fit right in there just right. Place das bolts. There you have it.
All right, and this is pretty much the finished product. As Mark walked you guys through, and it's as easy as pulling down the lever, a little pop action, and you're ready to flip, ready to go. No more bending, no more struggling, no more HIV pins. We're good to go. No more blood. We like a nice, easy transition into flipping subs. So there you go.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. That's right.